Welcome to Question Time on Islam. My name is Muhammad Sheikh. This is actually one of my most favorite live shows that I love to do because it's actually a show for you guys, for the viewers. You're sitting at home. This is an opportunity for you to ask any question that you would like. Alhamdulillah, I've had the opportunity to host these shows with Sayyidina many on a few occasions now, and what always just impresses me and blows my mind is the questions can be like a variety, right? You can ask any question you want, and Sayyidina always seems to have an answer for you, and it's just really impressive, his knowledge as well, and therefore, like I said, it's an opportunity for you. It could be that you're going to school, college, university. It could be that you've just started work, or actually you've been working for a long time, or you're looking to retire, or you're whatever situation you're in. This is your opportunity to ask whatever question you would like. And you can do that actually by calling in live on the show. And the number for that is 0208 150 9117. Or you can actually text in any questions that you have. And the number for that is 0757 261 9695. Now, Hamda, we've had questions that have already come in prior to the show, so I'll get into them. But firstly, Sayyidina, Assalamu alaikum, how are you?
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless you and bless all our brothers and sisters who are with us. I would like to start this evening with a hadith from Ahlebait alayhim wassalam, saying that knowledge has got reward for the person who teaches and for the persons who learns and for the persons who listens and for the person who loves the whole procedure of questioning and answering. So definitely all of us should be under one of these four categories: those who ask, those who reply, those who listen, and those who love the procedure of knowledge. May Allah bless you all.
So, and that's really good as well. I really like that as well, because someone who asks a question, maybe of a situation they're going through, they ask the question, you answer it, and actually it could be many people sitting at home that are going through something similar, and had it not been for that original person that asked the question, they wouldn't have got their answer as well. So no, mashallah, incredible hadith, and one that I've literally written down as you mentioned it. So the first question is actually from someone who's going through a dental procedure. They've been to the dentist, and the dentist has basically said to them, look, for the dental procedure that you have, there's two options. Number one, you need to either need to get a form of pig bone or it's beef bone. Now, the dentist has advised that actually the pig bone will go in, both of these different pieces of bones will go in for 6 weeks and they'll both dissolve. However, the pig bone actually has a higher success rate. And therefore, again, you go for that option, and there's a higher chance after 6 weeks that actually that procedure has been a success. So what would be your advice, or from an Islamic view? I don't know if you could provide a view on this, please.
The Islamic scholars, who are called the Maraja of Taqleed, say that it is permissible for a Muslim to plant any part of any animal in his body, even if the animal is najis, like pig. So if you take a bone from a pig and transplant it in the body of a Muslim, it is permissible, and they say that that part which was taken from the pig after being implanted in the body of the Muslim will be part of his body. Then no problem at all. He is allowed to use a pig bone if he wants, and there's no any objection as far as Shariat is concerned.
Hassan, Sheikh, thank you so much, Sayyidina. And I know this specific lady has actually been asking many scholars, and it's really interesting that she's been receiving a variety of different answers.
Similar question of many families who say that nowadays there is a vaccination for children, which is like some evaporation, something in the nose, and that is from pig. Is it permissible for the parents to give such vaccination to their Muslim children? The answer is yes. Yes, because that material is not going inside the body. Say, for example, if you know that there is a medicine, say a liquid, which has got definitely parts from the pig, it is not allowed for you to take it, to consume it, or to give it to your children. But if the material goes only inside the nose, not in the stomach, it will be permissible to use it as medicine or vaccination.
Thank you so much, Sayyidina. And again, just for the viewers, this is a live show where literally you can send in your questions right now via text on 0757 261 9695, and the number's up on the screen as well. Or you can actually give us a call live on air on 0208 150 9117. Again, this is a show for you, dear viewers. This is a show for you to ask any questions that might be arising. And we've got the very, very, very knowledgeable Sayyidina on here as well. And again, the question could be anything. So please do send your questions. The next question I actually received just a little while ago. It says, Salamu alaikum, Sayyidina.
Alaikum salam.
It says, we can receive organs, but are we allowed to donate organs?
Muslim is allowed to donate organs, yes, of course, provided that donating the organ should not make him lose his life or damage his health. The donation of organs is permissible, provided it should not make your life or your health in dangerous situation. For example, if you have 2 healthy kidneys and you want to donate 1 kidney to someone, you are allowed, as far as the doctors confirm to you that you can carry on with 1 kidney. But if someone has got 1 kidney, can he donate 1 kidney? No, because he will die. After some time, he will die. He can run on dialysis for a few months, but it is not allowed to donate any organ which leads to major damage in your own health. That is when you are alive. The question of making a will to donate your organs, is it permissible or not? In this matter, our scholars have different opinions. One group of scholars say that we are allowed to make a will to donate something which we own. You can say, I have got £100. After my expiry, after my death, give £10 to orphans, £20 to someone else. Yes, because that is your own money. They say that your body is not your ownership. Your body is owned by the Creator, Allah. That is one opinion. Another opinion, that yes, the Muslim is permitted to make a will to donate his organs. There is another opinion which is in between. Nowadays, leading maraja of taqleed say that you can make a will to donate parts of your organs to save somebody's life. To save somebody's life. Not for cosmetic things, not for cosmetic surgery. So if the donation aims to save somebody's life, that will be permissible.
Hassan, thank you. And I think that's really, as in the sister that asked the question again, a fantastic question. And I believe there was something I saw where the government was doing it. Everyone is basically auto-enrolled into basically donating their organs. So it's important we ask these questions. And again, like that sister did, she asked, you taught, and we all listened as well. So Hassan, thank you for that. And again, like I've mentioned the number before, text 0757 261 9695. The questions have been come through. Saying I've got a list of a lot of questions. I believe we've got 25 minutes, so I'll fly through these. So the next one is actually around interest, and many people within our community have been building portfolios of properties. And as in what I've always, as growing up, I've always heard that it's haram to basically deal with interest. However, when it comes to buy-to-let properties where you're renting them out, actually, in order to make the investment successful, it is relying on you only paying off the interest of that particular mortgage. So again, many people over the years have been able to accumulate many properties, but it's been relying on interest. And again, that's what makes this a successful investment. What is? Could you maybe provide us an Islamic view on this?
You see, is it permissible to take money from the bank to make a real estate business, to buy a property, to make some investment, to get some income? The answer is yes. It is permissible to take money from the bank for business, any type of lawful business. It might be property, it might be manufacturing, it might be any lawful business. Any lawful business, you have business, you want to expand it, you take more money from the bank, it is permissible. You have mortgage, you want to make remortgage to get more cash, yes, permissible, provided that you take the money from non-Muslim bank and you must use it in a lawful way. These are the two conditions. I say non-Muslim bank. Why? Because non-Muslim banks deal with interest as part of their economic system, while if you take the loan from a Muslim bank or a Muslim institution or a Muslim company or a Muslim individual, then it will not be permissible for you and for them to deal with interest unless you go to some type of agreement between you and them, which comes under the frame of Shariat. There are ways, there are Islamic banks, but usually if you are not having an Islamic bank proper agreement, you should go to finance from non-Muslim bank, and you know that they will charge you interest. You pay it as you pay taxation, and you must use it in a lawful way. Yes, please.
Hassan, thank you so much. And to be honest, this question has been actually playing on my mind a long time. So thank you for clarifying that as well. The next question, and it's actually someone's texted in. They said, first of all, they said, Assalamu alaikum to you. Please convey salam to Syed Musawi. And thanks for giving such important information in very simple manner. And they said it's an excellent program. And again, you're at the heart of this program. So thank you. They said, continue to say, can music be listened to if it's not one used in a haram place? For example, classical music, one, like they said, that could not be heard in a haram place. And I actually, just personally as well, I know there was a friend of mine back in the days who actually got told it's okay to listen to classical music, and he would normally listen to that just before he would pray namaz to get himself in the right frame of mind. Again, that was something that he said, and I just linked that into the question that was sent in by the brother or sister.
Listening to music is generally not permissible, generally, because most of the music is used by the sinners. Only small portion of the music, like martial, like funeral, some music which is not for the sinful gatherings which they listen and enjoy. In general, listening to music should be avoided. If you are sure that this music will never be used by the sinners in their gatherings, as I said, martial or funeral, that can be permissible according to some of the ulama, not all of them. Yes, please.
And just on that, Syed, is because when people are following this, they probably follow two main Ayatollahs. Is it possible maybe to provide a view of Syed Sistani where he stands on this question?
Ayatollah Sistani does not allow listening to any music which is usually used by the sinners. About the person who says that before performing namaz, he listens to classic music, I don't advise him to do so. Did you hear that any of our imams, before performing namaz, he was listening to any type of music? No, that is not the way of worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You should worship Allah with a clean heart, without any music or anything which diverts your emotions and thinking and sentiments away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Hassan, thank you so much. And again, just a reminder for the viewers, like we've had some really interesting questions around dental procedures, organ donation, whether it's around interest in building your buy-to-let portfolio. And again, like some really, even music, we've just had a question on as well. So this is a show for you, the viewers, that you're sitting at home, literally yourself, you're watching this. There's all these questions as you're going throughout your day-to-day activities. There's all these questions that come to your mind. And you probably don't have that resource or that ability to ask someone. This is that opportunity for you now. This is that opportunity. The number where you can just text in is 0757 261 9695. Sorry, Syed, now were you going to say something?
The brother who said that before performing namaz, he listens to classic music. I want to tell him that we should worship Allah as Allah told us to worship Him, not as we want to worship Him. How we know what Allah told us and how to worship Him? We should go and see what the Prophet and Ahlebait told us how to worship Allah. Many Muslims now, they listen to qawwali. You know the qawwali, which is common in some areas in the subcontinent, among some sects, not all Muslims. They listen to qawwali music and they take the name of Allah and the name of the Prophet and name of Hazrat Ali alayhi salam. Is it permissible to listen to qawwali? No, it is not permissible to listen to qawwali according to the evidence from the Prophet and Ahlul Bayt. With all due respect to other sects who listen to qawwali, according to them, you know, the history always had evidence that some of the kings who were not following Ahlul Bayt, they used to listen to music, and Qawwali came to justify their way of life. But the followers of Ahlul Bayt never listened to Qawwali. Some can say that, oh, when I listen to Qawwali, my heart is more attracted to Allah and the Prophet and Hadrat Ali. We say that it is not for us to create our way of worshipping Allah. We have to see how the Prophet and Ahlul Bayt worshipped Allah, how they taught us, how they guided us to worship Allah. Then that is the proper worship.
Hassan, and no, that's really, and I think the way you've summarized it is perfect. If in regards to that music, just before the classical music, is that something that Ahlul Bayt did? The answer is no. Then you shouldn't be doing it as well. And I think it's a really simple message, and it's probably something we can apply in all aspects of our lives. Are the Ahlul Bayt doing it? Did they do it? Yes, no. If it's yes, continue. If not, don't do it. Hassan, so we've got another 14 minutes left of this show, just because we need to wrap up in time for Adhan. So the next question is actually someone, it sounds like, it says here, so there's a question regarding keeping of dogs. Is it allowed? As some people say no. Now that particular person's spouse is actually saying they want a dog, but and I think this part is really important. Is there any Quranic references or references from the Ahlul Bayt that person can use to actually show their spouse that it is or isn't permissible?
You see, keeping a dog can be inside your home and can be outside, means in the garden. Keeping a dog in the garden, not object, there's no problem, not haram. But keeping a dog inside your home, where you eat, when you sit and eat and sleep, that can make your home najis. Beside the possibility of health risk on you and your family, the dog itself is a najis. We have got among all the animals, only two animals are najis: dog and pig. Dog and pig. Keeping a pig inside your home will make your home najis, beside the contamination from that animal. Keeping a dog inside your home can also cause the same. So we say, if you keep the dog outdoor in the garden, okay, but inside you have to be very much careful, because that can make your bed, your floor, your things najis and also contaminated.
And is there any Quranic references to this as well?
The Prophet himself said,
okay, the Prophet.
There's hadith. The hadith says, Inna Allah Azza wa Jal lam yakhluq khalqan anjasa min al-kalb. Allah did not create any animal more najis than the dog.
Okay, perfect. And I think that's it. Whoever's had this question, again, that answers it and that closes that chapter. And again, I remember I had a friend who had a dog outside his house. Whenever he would take the dog for his walk, or him and his brothers, they would completely change their outfit, and they had a pair of clothes for when they were outside with the dog, and they made sure there was no contamination or none of that dog's hair was coming inside. So no, thank you for that. So again, I say that we've got 11 minutes. So the next question, and I'm just going to fly through the other ones. Now, alhamdulillah, many of the viewers that are watching this are Shias, they're Muslims, and they're very blessed to be brought up in a family environment where they have been told the difference in right and wrong, right? So when it comes to alcohol, drugs, lying, stealing, whatever it is, they know the difference, alhamdulillah. However, there's going to be there are people actually that are, even here in the UK, here in London, people that are brought up in a house where their parents aren't Muslims, their parents are atheists, they actually take drugs, they consume alcohol, they are completely in a different environment to what we are in. Now, therefore, if we look at where that person has started and where we've started, our base, you could call it an unfair advantage, because we have the unfair advantage of getting closer to God. So at the end of the life, again, like there's more of a likelihood, please correct me if I'm wrong, but there's going to be more of a likelihood of the person that's been raised in a house with people that take drugs and alcohol, etc. By the end of their life, actually, maybe they haven't done as much good as some of the viewers that are watching this. Would their judgment be the same when they return to our Lord?
No. Allah created everyone, and Allah knows the circumstances of everyone. And Allah does not judge everyone in the same way. Everyone is judged according to the chances provided to him, abilities given to him, whether he was brought up in a good family or bad family, whether he was brought up in a place where knowledge was accessible for him or not, and degrees in that also. What degree he had, Allah judges every human being according to the chances given to him, abilities given to him, difficulties he faced, challenges he had, and Allah is the absolute just and the most merciful.
Hassan, thank you, and really, that's a great answer. Thank you for that, Sayyidina. And the questions are flying in, so I'm going to fly through these on. In the Qunut, can I recite any other dua different from the Imam reciting Jamaat in namaz?
Yes, if you are in the Qunut, Imam Jamaat reciting some Qunut, you are allowed to recite any other dua, but being ma'mum, because you are praying behind an imam, you should not speak in a way that he listens to you. He should not hear you. Always whisper. Don't speak in clear voice. That is important for the person who is praying in Jamaat. Yes, please.
Thank you so much, Sayyidina. I really appreciate that. The next question I've got here is, I've heard that Shias believe it is greater reward to visit Karbala than Mecca. Please shed some light on this. Jazakallah.
Mecca is the place where Allah kept the Kaaba. And Allah created the whole earth from beneath the Kaaba. وَالْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ دَحَاهَا. As all of us in the month of the Al-Qa'dah, 25th of the Qa'dah, we have a day of Dahwul Ard, the day when Allah created the whole earth from beneath the Kaaba. Kaaba is the Baytullah al-Haram. But the Sunni ulama say that with all the greatness of Kaaba, Medina, the soil of Medina is greater. Why? Because it has touched the body of the Prophet, who is greater than everything. All the creatures, the body of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him and his holy progeny, is the greatest. So Imam Hussain is from the Prophet. From the Prophet, he said, Husaynun minni. Hussain is from him. And ana min Hussain, I am from Hussain. Because of Imam Hussain alayhi salam being in Karbala, Karbala has got a great status because of that.
Hassan, thank you. And just for the viewers, please send over any final questions that you've got. We still got more to go through, but please do send them across. The next question is it true that if one is buried on Thursday or Friday, there's no squeezing of the graves?
We have got in the hadith that the believer, the mu'min, not anyone, not a sinner, not a bad and wrongdoer, no, a believer who passes away in the night, means Shab Jum'ah, which is Thursday evening or Friday, Allah will bless him because of the blessings of the Shab Jum'ah and blessings of the Friday. You know, the Friday, though it comes every week once, but it is greater than Eid al-Fitr and greater than Eid al-Adha. The hadith says that Friday is greater than Eid al-Fitr. The Friday is greater than Eid al-Adha, but the greatest Eid is Eid al-Ghadir. So for the great privilege of Shab Jum'ah and Friday, those mu'mineen believers who pass away in that night and day of Friday will get blessings of that time as well, inshallah.
Hassan, and again, it's probably the day we pass away is one thing out of our control.
May Allah grant all of us the happiest death of shahadat. Happier, because all of us are dying today or tomorrow. Yes. Definitely. Pray to Allah to grant us the happiness of being martyrs in His love and the love of the Muhammad and Ahlul Bayt alayhim assalam.
Inshallah, and also to give us the knowledge like you have said now, so inshallah. The next question is actually a really good question. So these days we're seeing many, again, even Shia charities come together and they're building teams, and in those teams you need diversity, right? You need to have people of all different ages, gender, just different backgrounds. So so the question is, can we sit together on a table in a meeting with ladies if they're wearing hijab? And also if we could ask if the ladies are not wearing hijab as well, please.
It is not permissible for a Muslim to look at a female without hijab. Muslim man is not allowed to look at a female who is not wearing proper hijab. Some say that if she is old enough and not attractive at all, they say that looking at her, if there is no bad thinking, no bad intention, might be permissible, but according to many of our maraja, that also should be avoided as a precaution. Yes, please.
Sure, Hassan, thank you so much. And then inshallah, the next question might just be the last one, but we'll see if we can get another one in. So who is saying an organization is trying to break a world record for having the most people donate blood in one day? And a question came up, and actually there's two questions I want to quickly fly through. There was a question that came up saying, so if I'm a guy, I'm going to donate blood, and there's only a lady that can take my blood, is that okay? And I'm assuming it's okay because it's health related, but is there any precautions they should take, such as gloves? And then I've got one more question that I really want to get in before we close as well, please.
Is it permissible for a Muslim man to donate his blood to a non-Muslim female?
No, so for the female to take the blood.
To take the blood?
Yes, the female is extracting the blood. So she works as a health.
The female should not touch the body of the male. That is the problem here, is touching the body. Male is not allowed to touch female's body, and female is not allowed to touch male's body. Okay. Unless it is emergency, it is an emergency like saving life. That is something exceptional. Yes, okay. Please.
Fantastic. Last question. I've seen this myself. Many people are now starting to smoke these vapes. So these are people that in their life, they've never smoked a cigarette, but these vapes. So it's like it's not actually got tobacco in it, but it's got nicotine, 2% nicotine. So people that never smoked a cigarette in their life are now smoking these. And because it's got nicotine in it, they're getting hooked onto it. So again, what is the Islamic view of this?
In the beginning, people thought that this e-cigarette, right?
Yes, exactly.
Is not harmful. But now many medical reports are coming to confirm that the damage to the health is very serious. That's why many of our ulama say that because of the damage to the health, it must be avoided.
Okay, and that's great, because again, I'm seeing friends and people that actually, again, like I said, they never smoked in their life stage now. So it's really upsetting actually to see suddenly now them smoking as well. So no, thank you so much for that as well. And I think we're approaching namaz time as well, Sayyidina. So thank you so much for your answers. We've only got less than a minute. Any final thoughts?
I would like to remind all our brothers and sisters, our sons and daughters, that after the month of Ramadan, don't forget your achievements that you did achieve in the month of Ramadan. Many good things were done by you. Don't leave it apart and go ahead. No, good things. You recited Quran. Keep on reciting Quran as much as you can. You did good. Your behavior was much better during fasting. Always try to keep the achievement that you got and don't leave it behind. God bless you all.
Hassan, thank you so much, Sayyidina. And thank you for all the viewers that have sent in questions. Again, you've seen it, questions that you've asked. Sayyidina's taught, we've listened, and inshallah, we will take lessons from these as well. And again, this show is on every week, I believe, at this same time as well. And on behalf of all the viewers, Sayyidina, we want to thank you for your time and thank you for passing your knowledge on to the viewers. And inshallah, we can improve our lives